So you can make arrangements with the NCA to write the exam in New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Australia, India, Jamaica, South Africa, and guys, get ready for the last one. Nigeria! That was a joke. Cut, that was a joke. Hello beautiful people, welcome to another episode of Ask Mo. My name is Mo, I'm a lawyer and I'm licensed to practice law in the province of Ontario, Canada. I answer questions relating to how to get licensed to practice law in Canada, grad school, and general advice about life in Canada. Please note that whatever I say in this video is not legal advice. Let's get right into part 2 of the NCA series. The first question is, can the NCA process be commenced from anywhere in the world? This is actually a very legit question because let's say you're in the process of applying for your permanent residency, or you're in the process of, relocating to Canada, and you're a lawyer and you know that, okay, I want to get to Canada and I want to practice law in Canada. This is a very smart question to ask. And the answer is yes. Yes, the NCA process can be commenced from any other country in the world. Remember, I told you that the whole process, the application process, is done online. All you need to do is have Wi-Fi and have a laptop or a smartphone. Start your application process from anywhere in the world. Send in your transcripts, your law school transcripts, your CV, and all the other documents they need. All of these can be done outside Canada. In fact, I have friends who currently live in Nigeria, but they started the NCA process in Nigeria. They started applying for everything. So what they would do is they will apply for a TRV, a temporary residence visa, and travel to Canada when it's time to write the NCA exam. So they'll just come here to visit and make sure the time they're coming to visit is when they will be writing their NCA exam. They write the exam, they go back, come back to visit again, write the exam, go back. So even make the process very fast. So let's say you're going to move to Canada or relocate to Canada in 2 years. By the time you come here, you've already finished writing your NCA exam because you were coming here to visit and you're writing the exams as well. So once you get assessed, you can start studying. And I think this is a very smart way to do it. Honestly, think about it. Coming here to visit and writing the exam, and when you're ready to relocate to Canada, you just have to start your articling procedure or the LPP program and write your bar exams. It makes the process fast. So yes, the NCA process can be commenced from anywhere in the world. Second question is, when can I write the NCA exam? I can write the NCA exam in January, May, August, and October. So for example, let's say you get assessed in May, right? You can start studying and get your temporary residence visa and plan to visit Canada in October when you'll be writing the NCA exam. So you come here maybe for 2 weeks, write your exam, and you're out. Can I write the NCA exam in any other country aside from Canada? The answer is drumroll. Yeah! So NCA is pretty flexible and they have made arrangements for people who cannot be physically present in Canada to write the exam. So the NCA holds its exam in the following centers in Canada. It holds its exam in Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Regina, Winnipeg, Toronto, and Ottawa. So you can write your exams in any of these centers. Like I said, if you're unable to physically be present in Canada to write these exams, the NCA is pretty flexible. You can reach out to them and make an arrangement with them. They have other locations in several other countries, which I'm going to list out for you, and you can make an arrangement to them and see how you can write your exams in any of these locations. So you can make arrangements with the NCA to write the exam in New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Australia, India, Jamaica, South Africa, and guys, get ready for the last one. Nigeria! That was a joke. Cut, that was a joke. You cannot write your NCA exam in Nigeria. That was a joke. But you can write your NCA exams in New York, like I said, Los Angeles, Australia, India, Jamaica, and South Africa. Apparently, the NCA, they have centers in these countries. So please reach out to them, and I'm sure they want to work with you as well, and explain your situation to them, and they'll find ways to make you work for you, because they have centers in the countries I have listed. And also, if you're in Nigeria, I know South Africa isn't that far from Nigeria, so you can always fly to South Africa to write your NCA exam if that works better for you. Please note that the NCA will not approve exam centers in civil jurisdiction countries like France, Indonesia, and any other country that uses civil jurisdiction. So let's move to the next question. Can I keep the letter of good standing from the Supreme Court of Nigeria and use it in the future, let's say in about 1 year? So the answer to this is no. Remember, I said earlier that your documents have to be transferred directly from your law school or from the bar association you belong to directly to NCA. There's no middleman. You can't take this document and transfer it to the NCA. So if you want to keep the letter of good standing from the Supreme Court of Nigeria or from the bar association you belong to, that is suggesting that you are going to get this letter, and keep it. And when you're ready, send it to the NCA. No, you can't do that. So like I said, the letter has to be sent directly from the body that is issuing the letter to NCA. After the assessment, how long do I have to take the NCA exams? I think this person wants to know the time frame you have to write the NCA exams. So you have 5 years from the date your assessment result was issued to complete the NCA exam. So let's say, for example, I got assessed with all my courses on May 29th, 2020. I have 5 years from May 29th, 2020 to complete my NCA courses. Next question. Can I finish my NCA exam before 5 years? Absolutely, you can. I finished mine in 4 months, and that was because I had 3 courses to write. Some people write all their courses at once. I know people who get assessed with 5 courses. They don't work, they just take time off to study, and boom, they write all the 5 at once. Some people, boom, they write all the 7 at once. I was doing mine while I was doing my LLM, so it wasn't easy for me to smash all the exams at once, but I was done in 4 months. So yes, you can finish your NCA exams before 5 years, before the allocated time frame. The next question is, how many times can I attempt the NCA exams? You can attempt the exams 3 times. 3 times. So what happens? Let's say after the 3rd attempt you fail. Does this mean, oh my God, it's over, I can't get licensed as a lawyer in Canada? No. NCA may, NCA may grant you a 4th attempt, but you have to provide them with a learning plan that complies with NCA policy, and they may grant you a 4th attempt, but they will not grant you a 5th attempt. So if after you fail the 4th time, after you provide them with a learning plan that complies with their policy, and you fail again, goodbye, bygone, it's over. You have to complete all your courses in a law school. Unfortunately, they will not grant you a 5th attempt. Can I fail the NCA exam? Yes, my darling. You can fail the NCA exam. In fact, I failed the NCA exam, and in the next NCA series, I'll be giving a story time of how I failed the exam, and all the things I had to do after I failed the exam, because this is a topic on its own. So I'm going to answer and talk more about this question in the next NCA series. Let's move on to the next question. I just started my NCA accreditation process, and I understand how rigorous the LLM program is. Is it possible to combine both together? Yes, it is possible. Like I said, I actually started my LLM in 2016, and I started writing the NCA exam in August 2017, and I did not finish my LLM until I think March 2018. So yes, I actually wrote my NCA exams while I was doing my LLM. Obviously, this is a very difficult task to achieve, because doing an LLM on its own is very intense. I did a video, and I spoke about getting ready for grad school, and I also spoke about how at U of T, University of Toronto, if you have a 69, it's an F. I'm going to put the link to that video in the description box, so you can imagine, going through such rigorous program, as well as doing the NCA exam, which is also a self-study exam. You basically have to get the materials from the scratch. You have to study for it, by yourself, and these are materials that you are not used to, so it can be a very difficult task to achieve. But anything is possible, anything is doable. I did it and it worked for me. So I guess the first thing you have to know is what works for me. What works for me? Can I combine both? If you want to combine both, I would say just write one exam at a time. Don't write 3 or 5 or 7. That would be overdoing it, considering all the work you have to do as well for your LLM program. So you can, let's say, during the summer period when you don't have any courses, you can write one. Maybe you can study and just try out one. If you think it's something you can handle, you can write some other exams. Just try out one course first. And if you think it is something you can handle, why not? Go for it. Know yourself, plan properly, and definitely you can make it work. So just know what works for you and do what works for you. In my case, I did it and it worked for me. The next question is, does NCA provide study materials? Unfortunately, no. NCA will not provide you with study materials. However, they provide you with the syllabus. They update the syllabus every time and they let you know, oh, this is what you need to study, this is what you need to read. So they provide you with a very, very detailed syllabus. But Oyo is your case. Oyo means you are on your own when it comes to study materials. So I'm sure you're wondering, how do I get study materials? People sell study materials. So like I said, they have several Facebook groups they have several NCA groups on Facebook. There's so many of them. You can just type in NCA on Facebook and it will come out, right? So people sell materials, people give out their materials. I still have my own materials, but these materials are outdated, right? So I know people who what they do is update the materials and they sell the materials. Don't just buy any random material. There are bodies who come together or individuals who come together and sell materials on Facebook. Also, if you have friends who have written the NCA exam, you can ask them to share their materials with you. Another good resource is go to the library. If you're doing your LLM program, go to your school library. All these courses are courses that are being taught in Canadian law schools. So go to the library. I'm sure you will find textbooks for any course you are trying to write. That was the same thing I did as well. I went to the library. In fact, for my criminal law exam, I borrowed the criminal code because it is advisable to take the latest criminal code. And when I was writing I wrote the exam in 2017. So I borrowed the 2017 criminal code from the library. They let me take it out of the library for the exam and they let me bring it out. So make use of your library. Make use of the library. Go to any library and make sure you follow the syllabus, the detailed syllabus NCA has given you while you are studying either the materials or textbooks from the library. That completes this episode of our NCA series. I will be doing the part 3 of the NCA series in my next video, and I'll be talking about, is it possible to fail the NCA exam? And if I fail, what should I do? Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Also turn on the notification bell so that you can know when I post new videos on YouTube. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, my handle is muyosare_b, and on LinkedIn as well, my name is Muyosare Balogun. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.